What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with the man who loves it when you call him Big Papa, Will Leahey. What's happening, Will?
You're damn right, Ninja. So, unfortunately, the Yankees blew out the Rays yesterday, 9-1, on the back of some pretty great pitching from Carlos Rodon, who threw a gem. And these gems have been fewer and more far between. Is that how you say it?
I think it is.
Fewer and more far between ever since he came over to the Yankees. After having a couple spectacular years over in Chicago and then San Francisco, and then he signed this massive deal with the Yanks, and things haven't really gone his way. Ninja, what is Rodon cleaned up, and what did you see from him yesterday?
Well, just like you in words, Rodon and other pitchers sometimes have a tough time maintaining consistency.
Okay.
From phrase to phrase. No, I mean, Rodon is a really good pitcher. Bottom line is the dude shoves when he's on. He's had a tough time because I think hitters have adjusted. They've been looking for fastballs in one location against him, especially early in the game. He became a little too predictable. It was a little less predictable yesterday. He moved this fastball around and worked in a bunch of changeups and curveballs in addition to his wicked slider. So it was tougher to eliminate stuff. He ended up with 10 strikeouts in 7 innings, even up 2 hits and only 1 run. And this is really what you should expect from prime Carlos Rodon. Dude is a freaking horse. As the Yankees ended up sinking the Rays 9-1, he had these heaters, sliders, and I love this sequence here. And this shows you how he mixed things up. He had this elevated fastball that got the swing and miss, and then threw a curveball off of that got the take. Because as a hitter, you're like, I got fooled by that elevated fastball. I will not swing at a pitch above the zone. And then it's a curveball that drops right in. I also love this. And, we often showcase umpires when they suck. This was a pretty awesome exchange here. Rodon tries to get the call on this slider, obviously off the plate, but Rodon signals strike. And Junior Valentine was like cracking up, saying, you know better. And Rodon just gives him this sheepish smile like, it doesn't hurt to try. But I love this. Like, give me some humanity from umpires instead of everybody just being a bunch of horses' asses. He faced Zach Littell, who had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had this sweeper and slider. Really not that sharp an outing from Littell. Now the rest of my whip around the league, Tarek Skubal went 7 innings with 6 Ks, but gave up 10 hits, which is a career high. But he only gave up 1 run. This shows how good Tarek Skubal is, fighting through not having his greatest stuff, but still enabling the Tigers to maul the Guardians 8-2. He had his usual fastballs and changeups. Faced a tough lineup. They had a really good approach against him, and still, the best approach doesn't beat the man. Do you think he'll get traded?
I'd love to see it. It'd be interesting to see him on a real playoff team.
Yeah, I'd like to see him stay in the American League so he wins a Cy Young Award. That would be nice. The Orioles, maybe. That would be a pretty good matchup for him.
Skubal, Burns, and a couple of those young guys over there. That'd be
a
nightmare for me as a Red Sox fan, I'll tell you that much.
It would be over. And they should. Like, if they mortgage their future, it's not a bad idea. Skubal faced Cookie Carrasco, had 6 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 6 runs, and had these changeups and sliders. David Peterson had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Mets hooked the Marlins 6-4. He had this changeup and sliders, including this one that was knocking on the back door, never got there, never even really close. I'm not even sure it was close enough to knock, but it was still called a strike. He faced Yanni Chirinos, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had this slider and splitter. Mitch Keller had 3 Ks in 7 innings, giving up only 1 hit, a real solid outing for him. As the Pirates shot down the Cardinals 2-1. He had these sliders and a strike him out, throw him out double play. He faced Andre Palante, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and had this sinker and curveball. Hunter Greene had 7 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits, and the man is on fire right now. His ERA for the season is now 3.14. Y'all, I've been saying this for so long. You got to have patience with these young pitchers, and Hunter Greene is still a young pitcher, despite seeming like he's been around for forever. He had these heaters and vicious sliders, picked up a sword on this one, as the Reds beat the Braves 4-1. He faced Ronaldo Lopez, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this painted fastball and slider. Bailey Ober had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this fastball at the knees and these dirty changeups as the Twins downed the Phillies 7-2. He faced Ranger Suarez, who had 4 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had these curveballs. The Rangers beat the White Sox 4-3. Michael Lorenzen was really good with 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this painted fastball and changeups. He faced the Trap King, Eric Fetty. Yeah, baby. Who had 5 Ks in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and the sweeper and changeups. Another solid outing from Fetty. Javier Assad had 2 Ks in 3 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit, but gave up 6 walks. Still enough to win as he had this paintish two-seamer, helping the Cubs claw past the Brewers 3-1. He faced Tobias Myers, that old Amish pitcher, who had 6 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. He had this painted fastball and sliders and picked up a sword. Also, here's a side view of Tobias Myers' mechanics. And oops, he actually crashed and burned, burst into flames. Luckily, no Tobias Myerses were hurt, videoing this display of pure athleticism.
I feel like this always happens to Brewers pitchers. Is it
Does.
they're drinking during the game? Is that what
They
goes on
are.
in Milwaukee?
So the last time it was a better landing, Brent Suter had this fantastic landing where I matched him up against Simone Biles, and Simone Biles actually ended up retweeting it, but Tobias Myers just laid there in flames. Austin Gomber had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these dirty curveballs as the Rockies rose above the Red Sox 9-8. I'm so sorry, Will. Blame it on the incredible Tanner Houck, who was not so incredible yesterday, with 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this sinker.
The Sox just keep getting their hearts ripped out. This was another spectacular game that went back and forth throughout the late innings and extra innings, and the Sox just could not come out on top, Ninja.
They were actually lucky to get back in it, I thought. I mean, honestly, this was a really poor outing from Houck. And we all know Red Sox fans don't have hearts anyway, so.
I don't know. I'm a heartless prick. That's great.
The Royals beat the D-backs 10-4. Cole Reagans had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. Really kind of an average outing from Cole Reagans, or below average. He did have these changeups and sliders. Hollywood Hogan Harris had 7 Ks in 6 2/3 scoreless innings as the A's shut out the Astros 4-0. He had this slider and wicked curveballs, picked up a sword. He faced Spencer Arrighetti, the spaghetti pirate, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had this curveball and changeup. River Ryan made his MLB debut, one of the top Dodgers pitching prospects. He had 2 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up no earned runs, had this painted fastball and this cutter, and picked up a sword.
He had that first K in style too, Ninja.
He really did. I love his name, man. River Ryan. Sounds like an actor or something, or another superhero maybe. Or what's a superhero character? Waterman?
The Blue Demon.
I don't know. Like, it's too early for nicknames today. But if anybody in the comments has River Ryan's superhero alter ego name, please leave it for us. The Dodgers ended up beating the Giants 3-2. Blake Snell was solid yesterday. He had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these curveballs and picked up a sword. In a great pitcher's duel yesterday, the Angels beat the Mariners 3-1. Tyler Anderson had 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these changeups and cutters, and his awesome leg kick. I asked him about this at the All-Star game, and here was his answer. Why does it happen?
I don't know. I try. Like, sometimes I do dry work in the mirror and like work on my delivery, and it's not there, and I put a ball in my hand, and it happens. I think probably what happens is it's just a way for my arm to get caught up. I think I'm probably going down the mound, and maybe my arm's not there yet, so I think it's trying to slow me down to get my arm on time.
It's not like one of those dog things when you scratch a dog.
I don't know if you scratch me, I'm not going to kick. I might kick you, but I won't actually kick.
He faced Bryce Miller, who was outstanding yesterday, with 5 Ks and 7 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. He did get some calls which helped him be outstanding, but also had these nasty pitches, including the splitter at the knees and his painted fastball. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Aroldis Chapman had these nasty splitters. Michael Kopech had this 99-mile-an-hour heater. Justin Lawrence had these wicked sweepers. Jose Leclerc had these nasty sliders. Mark Leiter Jr. had these curveballs and splitters. Kirby Yates had this dirty splitter. And Alex Vesia had this fastball and got absolutely fired up. The man is a human Monster Energy drink. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, you have Bryce Miller and his splitter. At number 4, Hollywood Hogan Harris and his breaking balls. At number 3, Blake Treinen with this video game stuff, this sinker and slider and this overlay, and God bless Blake Treinen. At number 2, Hunter Greene and this vicious slider. And at number 1, all of Carlos Rodon's stuff. The man was absolutely shoving yesterday, and he deserves his props. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's not often you see a catcher speed around the bases and do a snow angel at home plate, but here we go.
Into a snow angel inside the park.
My picks of today, we have a Paul Skeens pitching ninja boost. Paul Skeens for 8 Ks or more. It was plus 100, is now plus 150. Let's take that and everybody be a Paul Skeens fan today. What would your picks of the day be?